Dyslexia and anxiety have kind of an interesting relationship because they kind of feed off of each other. Here's a great example. As a dyslexic person, I'm pretty likely to make mistakes in things that I write. And when I go to proofread them, it's not uncommon for me to miss those mistakes unless I use some other tool to proof it. But if I am responsible to proofread something entirely on my own, I'm going to proofread it 4, 5, 6, 7 times and probably still send it out with mistakes fully intact. And it's very common for dyslexic individuals, myself included, to experience some anxiety around writing and sending things out because of that. And our anxiety, in turn, makes it so that we do proof things 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, because maybe if I proof it enough times, then the anxiety will feel better and I'll make less mistakes. But the problem is that the more anxious we become, the more prone we are to make dyslexic mistakes, which makes us more likely to get anxious about the mistakes that we're going to send out, which makes us, like, you get the idea. It becomes this downward spiral of each thing feeding the other. And that is why it's so important to accept dyslexia as being like, hey, this is a part of who I am. I'm going to send things out sometimes that have mistakes, and I can accept that. And yes, I can rely on tools and other people to proof things and make sure, like, I'm doing the best job that I can to make sure there aren't mistakes, but I'm also okay with it enough that I'm not going to get anxious, or maybe as anxious, about sending things out without mistakes. And working with people on that is one of the things that I love to do in really both of my practices, because the more you can work through the anxiety piece of that and accepting the dyslexia part, the less it becomes a thing that feeds itself, and the more it becomes something you're like, yeah, this is hard, but it's okay. I can take a deep breath.